Award, which is held in Chennai on January 6th. So January 6th, we conducted a women's award exclusively for life coaches, psychologists, counselors, and trainers. Exclusively for them. 7 dignitaries have been awarded in that function, and one of the awardee is Sanjana. So thank you, Sanjana. Thank you. I have made you co-host, I think. Yeah, I have made you co-host. Please go ahead. Yeah. And I assure you, team, this will be mind-blowing. Because most of the time, before starting the session, I don't used to tell like this. But here, definitely I know. Because some people, see, when Rajinikanth comes on the screen, when Amitabh comes on the screen, really it will be pulsating, isn't it? Just like that. Yeah. Okay, Sanjana, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for all the compliments. Thank you so much, sir. So before starting with the session, I would like to say hello to everyone. And I would request you all to please switch on your videos so that we can interact as much as possible. And I assure you that this is going to be an interactive session. And I don't, just be prepared with all your notes, notebooks and pens so that you can note down the points that I'll be sharing after my PPT. So before moving on, I want to tell you the topic that we're going to be talking about. The topic or the book that we're going to discuss is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And before starting, I would like to ask one single question from every one of you. How many of you think that, thinking about money or thinking about the fact that I want to earn money is a bad thing? I just want you all to write it down in the chat box or maybe. Yes, sir.
Sanjana, chat box we have disabled because many people come and put unwanted aspects. So you can just ask the question.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so anyone can unmute themselves and just tell me, is it okay to think about money and, all this perspective that I want to earn this much money or I want to be rich?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Sanjana ma'am. It is very true. And we should be thinking about it first.
Ma'am, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so I guess the people that I'm dealing with right now are very much aware of the fact that, yes, it is important to have money because just by thinking about certain things that, okay, I will do this, I will do that, your life, you won't move ahead in your life. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you need money to achieve a lot of things, to buy a lot of things, to, get everything in your life that you want. Maybe it's a big house or a car that you want, or even if you want to, survive in this world with your family and live in a lavish life, you need money. You need money for every single thing in your life. So starting with the presentation, I won't take much time of you all. I am going to be talking about the book that is Think and Grow Rich, which was given by Napoleon Hill. So before moving ahead, I would just like to, brief you all about who Napoleon Hill was. And, he published this book. This isn't a work which was done just like this. Ki, okay, aaj maine book likhi, ya fir kal maine book likh di. I thought about writing a book. I took 1 month and I wrote the book. No, this person took the whole 20 years to study and research about more than 500 successful people, men and women who actually had created history. And, he made this book to single-handedly change a life of millions and millions of people, where I will be also sharing the examples of a lot of people who have achieved a lot in their life after reading this book. Because, this is more about logic and science, because there is a lot of science behind all the pointers that he has, stated in this book. So he has created a lot many business leaders, a lot many government officials, US presidents, and even so many people, be it men or women. These people, after reading the book by Napoleon Hill, have actually succeeded in their life. So moving ahead, I would like to talk about a few pointers that were given by, that give us a gist of what the book talks about. Everybody says that we have to achieve this in our life. Okay, suppose if I want to achieve something, I want to have my own home after 5 years or 10 years in my life. But what am I doing for it? Am I just going to sit here and think that, okay, kash mujhe ghar mil jaye, okay, I'm just praying koi miracle ho jaye, and I just want that house. Will it happen? Obviously not. You will have to work on it. Our life is not a Bollywood or a Hollywood movie where you will achieve everything that you think about. You will have to work hard for it. And there are so many people, the CEOs, the businessmen, the businesswomen, all the successful people, they work hard. And they work hard for all the things that they have to achieve in their life. They just don't keep on sitting and visualizing about the things. Rather, they work on it. They just take that first step. So moving on to the few pointers that were given by Napoleon Hill are, first, desire. Desire to believe in yourself, desire to achieve that you achieve something that you want. So as Cheetal ma'am asked, asked you to write a goal for your own self. And as sir also mentioned, we don't have 11 months to achieve certain goals in 2021. Rather, we just have 5 months, or who knows how much time do we have. We do have limited time on this earth, and we never know what is going to happen. Why do you want to live a life, or why do you want to live a day in your life which is regretful, or which you might regret later, that I didn't achieve something in my life because I was too lazy, I wasn't that disciplined. And I read it somewhere, there is one famous quote: the only thing that is standing between what you want to achieve and what you could have achieved is the focus that you lack in your life. So know the desire in your life, the burning desire to define the purpose that is meaningful to you, something that you want to achieve, an obsession that is only yours, that works in your mind and is already convinced that it will come to fruition, that you will work hard on. For example, you all know about who Elon Musk is, right? He is the CEO of the Tesla company. And apart from that, he's a CEO of many other companies as well. He has achieved so much in his life. And, about 2 weeks ago, he was the richest man in the world. But again, he just went down back to the second position. Why? Because the CEO of Amazon took over him. It's just about the desire that you need to believe in yourself, and you need to work on what things you want to achieve. Don't just believe in it, make it real, make your desire an obsession, to work so that you can achieve something that you want. Moving to the second pointer here, that is faith, which was again given by Napoleon Hill. Live your life as an optimist. Have faith. Believe truly in something that you want. For example, if you are in a hospital and you see so many patients lying there and their family praying to God, like, please just save my family member, because they have faith in that thing. There are some people who might achieve so many things in their life, or who might just see their family member come back to life because they said that, why? I had faith in that thing. So optimism feeds the experience, and experience feeds life. Just don't mistake optimism for delusion. You have to be optimistic, yes, but you also need to be very much clear about facts and figures that are there in your life. You just don't need to be so positive that you just neglect the negative aspects, or you just neglect the reality, which might lead down to the negative parts to your own life. So therefore, it is very, very important to have faith in everything that you believe, and especially your own self. Third one, this is one of my favorites, which talk about the auto suggestions. Suggest like your life depends on it, because it does. The way you speak to your own self is something which is very, very important. If your friend fails in something, or if your child, or maybe your mom or your parents or anyone in your life, has to encounter a failure in their life, you just don't go in front of them and start shouting, why did you do that? Why are you doing this? You weren't supposed to do this. Rather, you are there to praise them, to console them that it's okay, you can do whatever you want. It was just a failure. It's just an experience. Your life isn't ending here. You can do something in your life. But when it comes to your own self, you are super critical. Why did I do this? Why did I commit this mistake? What is the problem that was I facing? I am not supposed to do this. Because we think that we are supposed to be polite and helpful and good to other people in our life, but we forget the most important person. That is our own self. And the example of auto suggestion I'd like to give you all here is, it is basically a medium to influence the subconscious mind. This is again science. So, just to let you know that this is all scientific. This isn't just Haywards or something like, okay, you just believe it because so many people were able to do this. This isn't a miracle, but rather science. Autosuggestion is a term that is used to suggest the suggestions that we give to our own self. be it positive, be it negative, just like affirmations. I can do this. I can do this. If I'm motivating my own self, I know that I have the confidence to achieve every single thing in my life. But if I'm so negative to my own self, कि ये मैंने क्या कर दिया, ये मेरे से क्यों हो गया, why did I do this, why am I doing this in my life, I will automatically receive a lot of failures. There is one famous quotation which says, if you look for a yellow car, you will always spot a yellow car. If you will look for failure, you will always spot failures. But if you look for opportunities, you will ultimately spot, so many opportunities in your life. So therefore, it is very, very important to be very good with your own self, to be kind and to be polite with your own self. It's the 21st century that we are living in, and self-love is the concept that so many of us need to learn. So moving ahead, here is one more, which is very, very important. That is the personal experience. You are only right half of the time. The personal experience. It is very, very important for you to know that the experiences that you have are not same as any other person might have. It is not necessary that two persons or two people facing the same situation might have the same result. दो लोग जो एक situation में हैं, they might have different results or different consequences of whatever they face in their life. It is not very difficult, or for some person or for one person it might be very difficult to learn driving, but whereas for some other person who learned driving in the same time period, it might be a piece of cake. So your own personal experiences do help you a lot in your life to learn from your mistakes, to learn from all the experiences you have ever had in your life, to just not to commit the wrong things, rather to move in the direction to learn and relearn. Because the day we stop learning is the day we start growing. It is very, very important to learn, be it any age. Even if you are as young as 75 years old, or as old as a person who is just 18 years old, it is very, very important to learn every single day. It isn't wrong, if you learn a few things from your child, or if you're learning something from your grandchild or a person who is younger to you, because there might be certain experiences that they have felt or they have experienced, but you didn't, because life keeps on changing. The generation gap that we feel in our life is just reducing down to 1 year. A generation gap comes down in 1 year, which was, about 10 to 20 years used to come after 5 years or 7 years. But rather, if I'm talking to a person who is 4 years younger to me, I might not be able to understand many concepts that they use, because people are changing and they keep on changing and evolving on a daily basis. But if I stop learning, if I am rigid and I'm not flexible, it's of no use and no point, because I am going to be the one who is stuck and who is not learning anything. I'm just going to be a person who is just not ready to learn from all the experiences. So therefore, it is very, very important to learn from your own personal experiences. Second, again, a scientific thing, mind is a very important factor. Physical part of our mind, the physical thing that is present inside the skull of ours is known as the brain, which is running our whole body, pumping, guiding our own body to move their hands, to move anything. But there is another element to that, which is known as the mind, which has different divisions and which helps us to imagine many things. And one simple thing about our brain is that we are not able to differentiate between what is an imagination and what is reality. So therefore, reality always mirrors imagination. So whatever you think in your life is something that is going to occur or come down to the reality in your life. If I think about being negative in my life or being sad, I'm just going to be sad every single time. And if I think to be a good person or a person who works really hard, I am going to achieve that. Ultimately, I'm going to achieve that. And moving ahead, it's a request to please not use the pen, because there are many people, I'm sure, they're here to learn. But if you don't want to learn, you are, just welcome to leave this program. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have to bless the guy. The guy thinks that we will get disturbed.
Yes,
the
sir.
179 people, there is 178. One person is doing like this.
Yes, sir.
He thinks that the 178 will get disturbed.
Yes, sir.
And that idiot should understand, okay, we are all not like that.
Yes.
You write you want. You come and write. We will be listening. Okay. We are here with a purpose, my dear. Do whatever you want.
Yes.
Sanjana, please go on.
Sir. So as I was talking about, reality just eventually comes down from our imagination. The goal is visualization and human imagination. As in the very beginning, sir conducted a very good relaxation exercise in which you thought about the sky and you wrote down your own goal in very big words. This is visualization and human imagination that helps you to visualize your own goal, where again NLP comes in again, which is a science.
Sir, how many times, sir?
Yeah. Okay, I'm so sorry to, we will just keep the answers at the end of this presentation. I'm about to end. So just before that, let me just complete it, okay? Yeah. So moving ahead, as I was talking, I talked about mind, faith, desire, auto-suggestions, personal experiences. And again, there is one more important part, that is specialized knowledge. Unless and until you have knowledge about certain things in your life, you automatically cannot achieve anything, you know. If I don't know what I am talking about, no one is going to listen to me. No one is going to understand what am I talking. So therefore, it is very, very important to question a lot of things that you face in your life. If you just blindly keep on following certain things, you might not learn. So if you have questions, you need to ask for the answers. And the knowledge that you have is also of two types. The general knowledge, which is very basic. Don't believe blindly in anything that you hear, because there are rumors, there are a lot more information which is not the correct one. So therefore, it is very, very important to have that knowledge. And apart from that, the personal knowledge, as we talked about the personal experiences, they are very, very important. Right now, it is more about what you think and what you believe in. So therefore, the personal experiences you have, it is very, very important to gain that knowledge from the personal experiences that you have. Moving ahead to one of the most important one is that, as sir also mentioned, we don't have 11 months with us. You don't know how much time you have with your own self. So therefore, everyone gets 24 hours, and make those 24 hours count. The most important statement, you know, that comes from people is that I don't have time. Mujhe nahi pata that what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do tomorrow? I'm not supposed to, manage my time. I'll see kal dekh lenge kya hoga. You will never find the correct time for anything. You will have to, you will never be able to find that time. Okay, I will tomorrow at 6 p.m. I will start journaling my goals.
कितने टाइम लगती मैडम? क्लास कितने टाइम लगती?
Sir, can you please mute everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I muted everyone.
Okay, so the last here is.
टाइम लगती मैडम क्लास अभी?
1 minute. May I know who is asking who is disturbing the class? May I know what you want, sir? Is it Razina? Is it Razina?
Sir, no, sir. It was Praveen Nayak. Now he left from the group, sir.
Please remove him. Please remove him, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have done it, sir. He's not in the group right now, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. So before, I've just covered it up. Everyone has 24 hours in their day, and it's never about finding the correct time of doing certain things in your life. It's rather where you have to create it. If you're not able to exercise or work out every single day and thinking about, okay, I will start it tomorrow at 6 p.m. No, I'll just delay it 15 more minutes. It's never going to happen. You will eventually have to create your own time, and you'll have to work for it, which is a very, very important part. And, moving ahead, this is one of the very, very important things that I kept till the end. Okay. Yeah. This is one of the very, very important things which I kept till the end. That is the examples of the people who have read this book and who have achieved a lot in their life. And I hope that you all would know these people. So here are a few people. One is Muhammad Ali. Everyone knows he was a boxing legend, and he has achieved so many wins in his life, and he's achieved so much fame and money. he was one of the persons who read this book, and he always recommended to the people to make them understand the importance. The second one here is the Chinese Filipino industrialist whose net value currently is 2.8 billion. And he is the owner and the CEO of a fast food company, and he is living his life so well. The third one is Oprah Winfrey. We all know what kind of a wonderful woman she is and how she is achieving a lot of success in her life. And she's achieved so much. And she's also one of the person who is reading this book and has achieved many things in her life. So, this is one of the quotations that was given by Napoleon, that if you can't do great things, make sure that you do a lot of small things in great way that people do ask you, how did you achieve them, or how did you do that? Before ending with the session, I would just like to, end it by a quote which states, a goal is just a dream with a deadline. And you are the one who creates that deadline. And you have to create that deadline in order to achieve whatever you have always dreamt of. Because you know what? People are not going to be there for you to make you achieve what you have dreamt of or what you want in your life. It's only you at the end who will be able to achieve everything, only if they work with an organized plan and with the action and all the pointers that were stated above. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjana. Sanjana, can you just take out the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Sanjana, please send the presentation. I will share it in the group for the people.
Sure,
yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sanjana. It was a really mind-blowing session.
Wonderful, Sanjana.
Thank you.
Team, please come on the video as far as possible. We will finish the training. We will finish today's session with a snapshot. 1 minute. I will go to the gallery view. Thank you very much, team. I think today maybe you all like it. Okay. So.